Hi there, this is Miss Wade. I wanted to go over the Ask a Question page for your science fair project, just so that you understand how to fill this page out. So this is the first step in your science fair project. Before we start, make sure that you know when this page is due and that you turn it in on time. So this page can be found in the orange Science Fair Journal. It says ask a question at the top. So we're going to start by reading the instructions. Ask a question. Look at the world around you. Think about things you have seen and observed that interest you and make you think. Ask a scientific question that you would like to research and experiment with to find an answer. The key here is to find something that interests you. So think about, what do you like to do? What do you like to play with? What do you like to do maybe outside or inside? And then start thinking about that. Can I do an experiment or ask a scientific question about that? For example, if you love toy cars, do something with toy cars. Maybe you really like to make paper boats. Do something with paper boats. If you like to be outside in the garden, do something with plants. Now, if you do something with plants, make sure if you're planting seeds, you do it right away because it takes some time for those seeds to sprout. All right, so I'm going to get started. So if I'm doing this page, I'm going to start by thinking about things that I like. So I've thought about it and I decided I really like glow sticks. I think they're really fun and they're kind of magical. So I want to do some kind of an experiment or ask a scientific question about glow sticks. So I'm going to think about that. So as I think about it, I think maybe something about how bright they glow. So I've decided I'm going to ask a question about whether or not a glow stick will glow brighter in hot water or in cold water. So that's going to be my question. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to write our question in this top box. That's what that top box is for you to write your question. So I'm going to go to the back of my journal and I'm going to find this page full of words. This is the grading rubric. This tells you what you need to do for each page. So I'm going to start by just looking at ask a question. So it says in order to get 2 points for this page, instead of 1 point or 0 points, I need to do all of the following. Number 1, your question can be answered by performing an experiment. What does that mean? That means I'm not going to ask a question like, can I build a volcano? Because all you're doing then is just building a volcano. There's no real question to be answered. Whereas with this one, for example, the question is, which will glow brighter? Okay, so I'm not going to ask something like, can I build a tower with Legos? None of that. So you want to be able to do a test or an experiment. And number 2 says, your question is a complete sentence. Okay, so we know a complete sentence makes sense all by itself, starts with a capital letter, ends with punctuation, and has those nice spaces in between the words. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So to fill out this box, I'm going to start by thinking of my question. Okay, once I know my question, I'm going to say it a couple of times so I really have it set in my head. My question is, will a glow stick glow brighter in hot water or in cold water? So I'm going to say that one more time. Will a glow stick glow brighter in hot water or in cold water? Okay, so I've got it set in my head. Parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, whoever's helping, you can help them out with this, with all of the steps for the whole science fair project. For this step, you might help them out by helping them spell some words. You might help them by repeating the question in case they forget what it was. Or you might even write the question down and have them copy it in the box. All of that is okay. The key is having them do as much of it as they can by themselves without getting frustrated, because we want it to be a smooth, fun experience for them, because they're going to be doing these projects a lot in every grade level. So I've got my question in my head. I'm going to go ahead and write it. I'm starting with a capital letter, and I'm going to write nice and neat. Will a glow stick glow brighter in hot water or in cold water? And then I need my question mark because I need punctuation. So I'm going to go back and double check. Does my question make sense? Will a glow stick glow brighter in hot water or in cold water? It does. It makes sense all by itself. Does it start with a capital letter? Yes. Does it have those nice spaces between the words? Yes. And does it end with punctuation? Yes. So I'm good. I'm finished with that first step. Now I'm going to go down to the next box. This box says, explain how you can answer your question with an experiment. All right, so I'm going to go back to my rubric and I'm going to read what I need for this. It says 3. Your explanation shows how you will do your experiment and includes pictures and words. Okay, so I need pictures and words. So I'm going to visualize in my mind what my experiment looks like, and I'm going to draw it and write some words so that it's clear what I'm going to be doing. So I know I'm going to need 2 bowls or cups. So I'm going to go ahead and start by drawing the cups. And I know in one there's going to be hot water, and in the other there's going to be cold water. And then I also, I should draw the water. And then I'm also going to put a glow stick in each cup. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my glow stick. And you are not graded on your drawing. Don't even worry, just do the best you can. So now I've got the picture, I'm going to label everything. So this is a cup. Inside the cup is water. And this is a glow stick. Okay, this is a glow stick. I want to make sure everything is labeled. Some water and a cup. All right, so now I've got this nice picture that shows my experiment, and it's nice and simple and clear, and I can tell by looking at it what I'm going to do. It has pictures and it has words, so it's good to go. So now I want to just clarify a few things. I'm done with this. I'm all done. I can take my journal and send it off to school, and my teacher will check it. So what you want to keep in mind, it's really, really important that you only change one thing. So for my experiment, I'm going to make sure that I use the same color glow sticks, that I break them at the same time, I shake them at the same time, and I put them in the water at the same time. That way, the only thing that's different is one's in hot water and one is in cold water. It's so important that you only change one variable, and here's why. If I were to put a blue glow stick in the cold water and an orange glow stick in the hot water, and then I looked and I observed that the orange glow stick seemed to glow brighter. My next question would be, is it glowing brighter because it's in hot water, or is it glowing brighter because it's orange? And I wouldn't know the answer to that question. So that's why you keep them both the same color. That way, if the one in the hot water is glowing brighter, you know the only reason it could be glowing brighter is because it's in hot water. There's nothing else that's different between the two. So keep that in mind when you're doing your experiment and designing your experiment. You don't have to do the experiment yet. You're just writing the question and drawing and labeling what your experiment's going to look like. The next stage is research. You'll do some research before you actually perform your experiment. So you make sure you know a lot about what you're going to do. So my next step would be to get online and learn what I can about glow sticks. What are they made of? Why do they glow? Is it a chemical reaction? Is there like little miniature flashlights in there? Maybe fireflies? I don't have any idea, so I need to get online and do some research. That's not due yet, and I will do a tutorial for research so that you can make sure that you understand how to do that step as well. If you have any questions at all, make sure you ask your teacher and they will help you. Also, keep that orange science journal in your homework folder so you always know where it is, it's not going to get lost, and we can check it on a regular basis to make sure you're staying on track. Good luck!